Hello there guys, and welcome back to another video in X-Plane 11. Yes, we're back in X-Plane 11 today, and we're in a new aircraft for me. Well, not new aircraft, but a new add-on. This is the Zibo 737. It's a rendition of the 737 NGX, obviously, Ryanair. And it's quite good. It's basically, it's like a freeware thing you can download, and it like adds on to the default 737, and it's actually quite impressive. Like, it's extremely impressive for a freeware modification of a default aircraft. But it's arguably better than a lot of X-Plane add-ons that are already out there. I'd say it's better than the Flight Factor stuff. Well, okay, the Flight Factor 757, the 320 is better, but yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It works pretty well. So yes, that's the first new addition today. The second, you may notice this wonderful scenery that I'm at. This is Flytampa Corfu. Flytampa have recently started making stuff for X-Plane, and this is their first product, Corfu, and it is one of the nicest sceneries I've ever seen for X-Plane. It's lovely. I'm gonna click into the flight deck, get the APU started. The light. There we go, no. Right. Yeah, and I'll go up and look at the scenery. So yeah, it's really nice. They've done the entire island of Corfu in Ortho. That isn't like stuff I've done, that's actually their stuff. And it's got all custom buildings and stuff all over it. They've done like all the harbour and stuff behind here, look. Ships. They've done the airport in, obviously, in extreme detail. It's so nice. Like, they've modeled like even like oil spills on the ground. It's that fire extinguishers. It's everything. They've done such a good job. Some of you may know I developed scenery for X-Plane, and this is sort of like the, I don't know, like the pinnacle of what can be done really. It's so nice. So yes, this I think it's $23 it cost me, and it's really nice scenery. So I recommend that you all go get this if you enjoy like holiday destinations in X-Plane. And this is certainly a great one to be at. Anyway, other things I'm using. This is ground handling today. This is line ground handling. That's what you can hear making the noise actually. The aircraft does have some really nice freeware sounds with it. You can't hear them much at the moment because of the noise of the because of the ground handling. But you'll hear that when we get in flight. And I've realised I've not even spoke about the flight. We're flying out to Manchester today. This is Ryanair flight 2108 with call sign of 23 Romeo Golf. Flight time today is just over 3 hours. It's just gone 10 Zulu. I think that's like 1 local, or maybe midday local, I'm not sure. And yeah, it's going to take us about 3 hours. We're taking just over 11 tons of fuel, cruising at flight level 340. And there's not really much more to say. We're going to be departing off runway 35 actually today. I think the winds are in favour of 17, but they don't actually use that. I know I've landed on it in a video before, but I've been told that they don't actually use that. So yeah, it's 35 for us today, which means we're going to be doing some backtracking. Anyway, let's get into the flight deck. The APU should be online now. It is, so switch the buses over. Get the APU bleed on, so we've got some air supply. We can come on to the ground handling thing, and we'll go drive away all on that. And that will get rid of everything. 2000 is transponder. We're on Unicom, and it's not a pushback today. We just sort of start up and taxi forward. Right, wait for everything to go away. Because they said they were going to park in front of my plane. No, they're not going to be. Cool. And the other things should disappear soon. Awesome. Turn it down a bit, it's a bit loud. I've not actually set local QNH, so I'll do that now. So local QNH is, right, no, there we go, 1016. 1016, and does it sync up? Flick that over. I can get there. There we go. No, it doesn't. 1016. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna arm the auto throttle. And I think, yep, they're all driving away now. Nice. So what we'll do is we'll get all fuel pumps on. We'll get the anti-collision on. Civil signs already on. The AP bleeds on. Packs can come off. And we'll start engine number 2. Get this on the legs page. The message. Okay. For 25, you can hear the engine sounds so nice. Okay. 25, fuel in. All the trim then. No, messing about. Okay, so engine number 2 started. Start number 1. What's he doing? Alright. Oh, sounds so good. I don't know if you can hear how good that sounds on the video. I don't know if like the audio compression like makes it sound as good or something, but yeah, this sounds really nice. Okay, 25. I recommend like everyone who's watching this to download this aircraft and like try it out, because it's free at the end of the day, so it's not like it's not like it's gonna cost you anything if you already got Xtra. 1 minute, I'm just gonna get rid of this guy because he's annoying me. Okay, that is a good start on engine number 1 now. So flick both buses over. The engine bleeds can come on, they should have already been on really. The packs can come on as well. The propeller's on. We'll put these starts to continuous. APU bleed can come off, and the APU can come off as well. I mean, does this have a... yeah, it has a flight. I know Ryan, I don't use it, but we've got it, so it might as well. It appears to be going off the screen now. I think I need to reinstall it because I'm getting a few like texture bugs like that, and the screen, like, if you look here, it like extends too much. So I think I may need to reinstall it. That's not a problem with like the overhaul thing, because I've got a separate install with the RG mod. Well, this has the RG mod, but the RG mod with the split scimitars, and that I have no problems with that, like with textures or the screens being dodgy or anything. So yeah, I think that's just with my install. Okay, trim of 5.32. Let's set that. There we go. We'll get rid of the flight control page. Flaps 3. Auto rake to RTO. Watch the flaps come down. And my chair squeaks. Cool. Nice. Alright. We're going to take weather on this side. Runway turn-offs and taxi lights on. And I believe... yep, we're good to go. Alright. Release the parking brake. Bit of throttle. Should probably start at the blocks time. I've just realised what I forgot to do. Basically, a fairly recent addition to this aircraft has been chocks. They didn't used to have it. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, just straight to this taxiway here, then backtrack. One thing you realise in this is the PMDG windows. They're actually done quite wrong. They're a lot bigger. I I think PMDG said it's to fit the heads-up guidance display in. I'm not sure how they do in the real aircraft then, but whatever. But yeah, the windows are quite wrong on the PMDG. If you look at like real pictures of 737 cockpit compared to the PMDG, you'll notice the PMDG's windows like are much taller, if you know what I mean. But on this, they're actually done quite nicely, and it really shows you the sort of lack of visibility you get in a 737. Right, we'll put these strobes on, and landing lights, and transponder. It's TR8 because we're entering the runway, even though we're going to backtrack. Yeah, so it really sort of shows you how little visibility you get. And I've been in a real 737 cockpit and a couple of simulators, and it's the same. It can be hard to see out sometimes. Right, I'm gonna do a fairly quick backtrack here because we're on a runway, so. The takeoff config check, all good. I'm actually using reshade, like I did in my last explain video. This is with reshade on, this is with off. Basically reshade, it sort of like enhances the sort of colourfulness. Well, actually it's one of the settings, let me get the settings. So the settings I'm using just simple with a bit of and then I've just got colourfulness, and I think I've got something else on. No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, just colourfulness on. So that's in case anyone's interested. Okay, we can advise the cabin crew. Now, I have a history of being bad at spinning aircraft around, especially on little like turning circles like this. Let's see how I do this time. Hopefully I won't end up in the sea. Worst place to do it's Madeira, because there's like a cliff right next to the taxiway. Alright, on we go. That could have been worse. Okay. Now it's a fairly short runway, so what I'm going to do is I am going to spool to 40%. Now there is a toggle button on this. It always like never properly matches up my throttles though, so I like to use the apply the thrust manually. So 40% stable, stop the clock, keeping it on the brakes, first set, brakes released, nose down a little bit. Yeah, I just like to manually set it. It's not that accurate, but accurate enough. And it's also very loud.
80 knots. V1, rotate.
Please climb.
Positive rate.
Did we? Get up. That was weird.
$400.
These announcements are annoying me. I need to turn them off. Sorry if that was a bit loud, by the way. I'm hoping we didn't have a tail strike then.
1,000.
Kind of felt a bit dodgy. Right. All of me are on. Start our turn. Actually, I'm gonna put the autopilot on now. Alright. Gear to off. gear, please. There we go. Press the button. Alright, auto brake off. Might as well take landing lights off as well. One-way turn-offs and taxi, and then the condition switches. Alright, flaps can come up now. Now you're not meant to do them in one go, but I was distracted. Alright, nice. Yeah, sorry if that was a bit loud on departure. The wheel noise in this is quite loud. Nice view though. Alright. Set cruise altitude. For a million years of scrolling, come on. Here we go. Just spam that. Can release the cabin crew now. And all is well. Need to turn that announcement off. Sound announcements.
2.
Ow. No.
2. 3.
I meant to get it on 0, but ow, ow.
1.
There we go. 1 or 2. Maybe in volumes. GF. I don't know. Alright. Standard set. And on first officer's side as well. Nice. That's what that's happy. We are away. Okay, so welcome back. We are just on the descent into Manchester at the moment. We're just passing 10,000, as you can see there, which means I'm going to put my seatbelt signs on. As you can see, I've got ortho around, so we're going to have ortho for landing, if I can talk. We're landing today on runway 23 right, which is sort of quite a common approach into Manchester. I'm just going to get the charts up to see what altitude I need to be at. Okay, so ILS 23 right, we need to be at 3,500. So I'm going to put that in the MCP. We're going to take auto brake 2 today. We're going to do... should we do flights 30 landing? It's fairly long, but we've got to backtrack. No, I'll do 40. That's 40. 109.5 for the ILS. 109.5. I can't really see on that side. I mean, I sort of can. I think that's... I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it. It doesn't really matter. We don't need it on that side. 232 in the heading. Let's call it. There we go. I'm just going to vector myself out actually as well. So I'm going to go a heading of 360. What was I doing? Oh yeah, of course, 232. 232. I might as well say over there. Awesome. Okay, so landing altitude it's 250. 250. Can we see Manchester yet? Should be around here somewhere. Into a wing view. No, can't quite see Manchester Airport yet. Okay, actually going to bring a heading out to 020 into level change mode. Minimums is 449 baro, so that can be set now. A lot of scrolling. Come on. Nearly there. 449. Okay, QNH is 1025, quite high. 025, I might as well say it now. 025 and set. Awesome. Seems to be getting blown around a little bit. It's going to put it in vertical speed. This level change doesn't seem to be working too well. Okay, it's 16 degrees on the ground. It's fairly warm. It's quite warm in the UK at the moment. We're having sort of like a heat wave, which is nice. It's like the warmest it's been since the year began. Okay, I think I'm going to go direct to the center fix. Wait, have I gone to the wrong one? No, this one. There we go. And oh, 35. Stick that in, and then we can get speed in, but speed intervene to 220. Nice. Okay, bit of speed brake. Someone will send me. Okay. Open speed will do. We just follow it down. We've got the diamond anyway, so all is well. Fixed landing lights on. The ortho is looking really nice. Alright, go ahead and take flaps 1, bring my heading round, arm the localizer, speed, actually we can now hold now.
1,000 to go.
Ow, that was loud. 200 set, we'll put speed brake in and arm it. Take flaps 2. Looks a bit weird where the cloud's cutting off the mountain, like low level cloud. Although we are, like, the terrain here is quite high up. Well, sync runway heading up now. 3-2. 16 miles to go. Keep it at 200 for now. What's going on there? Alright, approach mode. Trim wheel's going crazy. There's no control on IMO, that's in, but there's no control on at Manchester, unfortunately. But there's some traffic on the ground. There's 2 departures apparently. One to Frankfurt and one to Tenerife. Both Ryanairs, so Ryanair day. City of Manchester over there. And there's the airport. Oh, stuttering a bit as it loads it in. Nice. Okay. Set speed 190. Missed approach altitude is I'll find it on my chart. 3,500. Nice. That's easy. Alright. Come on, be in. That's 5. Speed 180. Drop the gate. What's for speed 160? Winds on the ground are 270 at 8, so actually what's the component? Component's 6 knots, so I'll just add 6 knots to this. So 145. Here we go. Plus 10 and plus 15. Oh, this might put us in the red a bit. God, we do not seem to really drop. Hang on, we need to put a speed brake out. And now we are. It's really weird. Like, I don't know if that's realistic, but the way the aerodynamics in this work, like it seems to lose and gain speed so quickly. That's right now, though. There we go, spirit calmed. That was 25. We still got like what 6 miles to go, so it's okay. Okay, and flaps 40. What? Damn it. Can we just work out what I've done here? Yeah, so I didn't have the central fuel pumps on, and it's drained the wing tanks. Whoopsie daisies. Alright, approach lights on. Starters to continuous. Swing view. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna
1,000 feet, stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
There we go, auto throttle out. And I'm gonna take the automatics out. My aircraft. Yeah, it's a bit gusty. Bit of a decrab. Ooh, flare and out. But we're down. Right. Okay, versus normal.
knots.
Okay, versus retract. Manual braking. And we'll get off at the next exit. Stop the clock. Can hit the button. There we go. Okay. Welcome to Manchester. Auto brake off. Landing lights off. Ooh, there we go. The flight on. Starters to auto. Get the APU started up. And we'll clean the aircraft up. Now we're going to want to park over on Terminal 3. You see where that other... that's gone behind the wind, but there we go. That other, well, those other Ryanairs are, that's where we're parking. Made good time, just under 3 hours. It's quicker than expected. It was, I think it was 3 hours and 9 minutes was the expected airtime. Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough landing. I think it was on one wheel. I was getting knocked about the wind all over the place. Some other things about Xtra. I mean, I'm not sure if it's realistic. I'm not sure if anyone's like a real pilot or knows or anything, but is it like that in real life? I feel like X-Plane just maybe like overdoes the winds a bit. Maybe it's just me being too used to P2D. Okay, that's for taxiing. Yeah, I think we'll move it across onto Kilo here. Should really reset these. Okay. Oh, wrong way. Okay, we'll switch over the buses. And if you bleed on. You've got to be careful. If you spool the engines too high with the APU bleed on, you can sometimes damage your APU. I'm not sure if that's a real thing or if, that's just the Zibo. But yeah, I've done that. I've blown my APU up even when it's off before because of that. Right, now we're going to just park next to this Ryanair here. Hopefully this one should let us get onto stand before he starts his taxi. Just put on this stand in front here, 5-1. Hopefully the safe dock should work for us. No, so 737-800. Oh no, it's working. Nice. Oh, let's see it. Very good. Stop. Okay, parking brake on. Fuel cut-offs. We'll release the passengers. Right, there we go. Fuel pumps off. The pack can stay on. Ryanair keep the hydraulics on, but the Pro Peaks can come off. N2 is below 20, so it means the anti-collision light can come off as well. Oh, strobe should have been off before. There we go. And we'll go to standby. Actually, that's a test. There we go. Okay, ground handling. First we'll get the chocks. Stubbers, chocks. Then we'll do the loaders and the stairways. Don't think they do any buses here. I'm going to turn the irises off because I'm not flying anymore, so yep. Also block time. Nice. That is us down in Manchester with some other Ryanairs. It's nice when you see company traffic. It's taxiing out now. I wonder which one that is. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was quite a nice flight from Corfu. I just thought I'd show off the Flytampa scenery down there. I'm parked a bit askew. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was quite nice. I hope you sort of liked the aircraft and the scenery and everything. It's like something a bit different. I've never flown this before, obviously, in a video. But I think it's gone reasonably well. We had a few issues, like with the weird textures in the cockpit, but apart from that, it was pretty nice. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you all in the next video, wherever that may be. Bye bye.